Hello everyone. Let us review the key environmental requirements. We have learned that in Article 2, Section 16 of 1987 Philippine Constitution that we have a constitutional right to a balanced and healthful ecology. This is our constitutional right to live in a clean and healthy environment. Also, through the Executive Order 192 signed by former President Corazon Aquino, creating the Department of Environment and Natural Resources or DENR that also streamline its core mandate. Their core mandate is to conserve, protect, manage the environment and natural resources. And under Section 16 of Executive Order number 192, creating the Environmental Management Bureau and its function. The mandate of the Environmental Management Bureau or EMB is to implement five national environmental laws, namely Republic Act 8749, Republic Act 6969, Republic Act 9275, Republic Act 9003, and Presidential Decree 1586 with their implementing rules and regulations. For those establishments with potential or actual source of pollution, establishments with activities, products, or services that can become an actual or potential source of pollution shall have an appointed or designated pollution control officers pursuant to DNR Administrative Order 2014-02 or the revised guidelines for PCO accreditation. Important requirement is the registration of company profile of every establishment to DNR Company Registration System or CRS. To register the company profile to the system, we can go to client.emb.gov.ph, create an account, and formally register the company profile. Once registered, the system will provide the company registration system ID number, which an indicator of a successful registration of company profile to the company registration system, which will provide gain access to other online services of DNR, such as the Online Permitting and Monitoring System or OPMS. The Online Permitting and Monitoring System is one of the online platforms of the DENR EMB, which will serve as a platform for the application of relevant DNR permits. Example, the permit to operate, the discharge permit, and other pertinent permit. And of course, when we have impact to the environment, if we have emissions, wastewater generation and discharge, solid waste generation, we must have an accredited pollution control officer in our establishment, which in Section 3 and Section 8 of DOW 2014-02 shall be an accredited pollution control officer. To secure PCO accreditation, let's go to pco.emb.gov.ph, create an account in the online PCO application system, submit our requirements to secure our PCO accreditation. So there are three important platforms that we are discussing today. We have the company registration system, the online permitting and monitoring system, and the online PCO application system. We will be using these platforms to transact with DNR EMB online with respect to our permit applications or PCO accreditation. If we need to prioritize the creation of account in the DNR online services, we can say that our first priority is to create an account in a company registration system, which for the purpose of registration of our company profile. Second is the creation of account to the online permitting and monitoring system or OPMS, which will be our platform for the application of relevant permits, such as the permit to operate and the like. Third is the online PCO application system, where we can create an account for the application for PCO certificate of accreditation. And once we have secured the relevant permit and we have secured certificate of accreditation, we can now submit our self-monitoring report. The self-monitoring report can be submitted through the SMR online services of DNR EMB. Now, as we have studied, we learned about the permitting requirement of our fuel burning equipment like the generator set, boiler, the non-fuel burning equipment like other process equipment or the fuel storage tank. And based on RA 8749, Part 6, Rule 19 of DAO 2000-81 or the IRR of RA 8749, we must secure the permit to operate, which is our permitting requirement. The permit to operate can be secured through online permitting and monitoring system through opms.emb.gov.ph. We need to comply with this legal requirement for our fuel burning equipment and non-fuel burning equipment operation and maintenance. So for example, we have our operating establishment. First is to register our company profile as the owner or operator of this establishment, including those who are tenant or lessee of said building. We shall register our company profile to the DNR company registration system. And if we are the operator or the owner or the lessor of this establishment, by virtue of RA 8749, if we are operating and maintaining an air pollution source installation with or without air pollution control device, for example, the generator set more than 16 kilowatts, we shall secure our permit to operate. And since we have activities, the emissions of regulated air pollutants in our equipment, we must have a person in charge in monitoring these emission activities and must have a valid accreditation certificate issued by EMB regional office. And when we are operating this air pollution source installation, we are duty bound to submit information with respect to the operation of air pollution source installation through the self-monitoring report in compliance with DAO 2003-27 using a prescribed format, submitting our report 15 days at the end of the monitoring period. And usually we are submitting this self-monitoring report online. Now, as a PCO of our establishment, we must ensure that we have submitted this report on time for, of course, for policy making of DNR EMB and for decision making. So, for example, you are rented or under leased. You are lessee or mall tenant and you are interconnected to building power supply, then you are exempted for permit to operate. If the owner, the lessor of the building, shall be responsible for securing the permit to operate. If you are a standalone establishment and you are operating generators set 16 kilowatts and above, you have your underground fuel storage tank with capacity 1,000 liter and above, you are required to secure permit to operate. And for those lessee or tenant, then you are exempted for permit to operate. As a tenant, lessee of the building, you are required to secure certificate of non-coverage to EMB regional office and secure PCO accreditation. And for those who are in a standalone establishment, you shall secure the permit to operate and the PCO accreditation certificate. In our entrance gate, we are posting the environmental compliance certificate. In our bulletin, we are posting copy of the environmental compliance certificate or the certificate of non-coverage along with the other relevant permits or certification like the wastewater discharge permit, the permit to operate, hazardous waste generator registration certificate, and the certificate of accreditation. These requirements shall be posted in a conspicuous place for inspection by EMB. Now, there are air pollution source installations that are exempted for permit to operate, and we can check it, especially the list in Annex C of EMB Memorandum Circular 2020-17 to check the list of air pollution source installation exempted for permit to operate. So unless otherwise stated, we shall secure permit to operate. If you are exempted for securing permit to operate, maybe for the reason of you are or you have no air pollution source installation or equipment operated or installed in your facility, or you have your fuel burning equipment, but based on Annex C of EMB MC 2020-17, this equipment is not covered by permitting regulation, we can create an affidavit of APSI exemption. And this affidavit, duly notarized, can become an equivalent document for permit to operate for the purpose of registration as a hazardous waste generator. So we can prepare an affidavit for the purpose of the registration as waste generator. Now, the permit to operate issued by EMB Regional Office for fuel burning equipment and non-fuel burning equipment operation and maintenance has different types of validity. We have validity of 5 years for regular permit to operate, 4 years and 9 months for temporary to regular permit to operate, 90 days for temporary permit to operate, subject for renewal. The permit to operate of our fuel burning equipment and the non-fuel burning equipment can be secured through online permitting and monitoring system. We can apply for it for the first time, for renewal, and for any necessary amendment. We can also check our permit to operate if there are conditions indicated that requires owner or proponent to conduct ambient air sampling or stack emission testing, especially for generator set with capacity more than 300 kilowatts. operating more than 200 hours a year. Now, the parameters to be monitored for ambient air sampling may include the total suspended particulate or TSP, the sulfur dioxide, the nitrogen dioxide, and the noise level. The parameters for stack emission testing may include the carbon monoxide, the nitrogen dioxide, the sulfur dioxide, and particulate matter, say for PM10. So please check the permit to operate and ECC conditions if we are required to conduct ambient air sampling and stack emission testing. Now, in DAO 2000-81 or the implementing rules and regulations of Republic Act 8749, in section 1, the fines to be imposed, it says, I read and I quote, for actual exceedance of any pollution or air quality standards under the Act or these implementing rules and regulations, the Pollution Adjudication Board shall impose a fine of not more than 100,000 for every day of violation against the owner or operator of a stationary source until such time that the standards have been complied with. In Part 13 of DAO 2000-81, Section 1, Fines and Penalties for Violations of Other Provisions in the Act. For violations of all other provisions provided in the Act and these implementing rules and regulations, a fine of not less than 10,000 pesos but not more than 100,000 pesos or 6 years imprisonment or both shall be imposed. If the offender is a juridical person, the president, the manager, the directors, trustees, the pollution control officers, or officials directly in charge of the operation shall suffer the penalty herein provided. In Pollution Adjudication Board Resolution 2019-01 for permitting violations of Clean Air Act or RA 8749 and considering that a permit to operate has a validity of 5 years, a fine of 19,500 pesos shall be imposed for a 5-year violation by the establishment. So these are the key environmental requirements that we have reviewed, and we hope that we have learned or we have reviewed these salient points and we can use this information when we go back to our workplace. Thank you very much for kind listening. And if you have questions, you can raise your question. You can type it in the comment section. And if you want to know more about environmental requirements and compliance, please subscribe to this channel. Please share this video. Please like this video. And thank you very much. God bless us all.